what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step, your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step, your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step, your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide, the trading roars. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page, turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like the God who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command.
Testing. Oh my God, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can anyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? I'll assume you guys can hear me just fine. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Who else wants to go short with me? Who else? Is there anyone else who wants to go short? What are you guys saying? Yeah. Ooh, what a nice one. Yeah, I'm gonna take partial. Gonna close out 2/3 of the trade and putting stop loss at break even. Like, the reason for this is pretty obvious. Clear and beautiful rejection from the 15-minute bearish fair value gap here. So yeah. Runner is going quite nice. 100. Do you guys realize, like, I have left one mini contract and it's running at 170 pips, 160 pips profit, like, in just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And we're going into the 6th minute. Oh, look at that. Nice. 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 Too bad I can't take a partial only off of this, but I'm just closing out everything. So let's see. I could just call this a day, honestly. $566 profit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. And the best thing, you guys, is that we get to do it all live. Yeah, I guess it's a W. It's a W, you guys. Definitely W. Okay, let's put this over here so that it just matches whatever we did here. So initially stop was here. With the potential target of this area here. This is the 15-minute. So potential target 41.82 if you're looking at Forex, which is here. Okay. And then obviously could go for more. But you know, it's pretty obvious that once this bullish FVG, which was previously respected, is completely smashed by this 946 candle, like, you can bring your stop lower and even put it at break even, which really minimizes the risk you're taking in. So yeah. Beautiful. Like we would say in Romanian, nimeni nu o face cum o facem noi. Or in other words, nobody does it like we do it. Can you believe that thing? Like, oh my God. Yeah. So finally, we can say we're in a market that can offer reliable bearish opportunities. I'm not necessarily saying we're in a bearish market. I'm just saying that we're in a market that is likely to offer bearish opportunities, which is great. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Wow, just look at silver. Silver is like literally melting, and out of the two, definitely silver is the weaker one. Definitely the weaker one. My I don't want to say prediction, but I'm just gonna say prediction. My prediction for a very plausible draw liquidity on Forex, 40.90, 40.91, right about here, where you can clearly see these relatively equal lows, like very nice area. Maybe not necessarily all the way down to the lows, like as in the wicks, but definitely around that area. I'd be mindful of any levels that, let me show you, any levels like 25%, 50%, 70%, 75%, sorry, of this whole price range from October 13th at 3 p.m. all the way up to the high on October 14th at 1 a.m. Like ICT would say, grade that move to the upside. Or if you want, you can just grade this bearish pullback that took place here, which is from that high all the way down to that low. And then look for price rejections or price displacements, like either price rejections from those levels, like for example, let's say a price rejection around the 25 level or 50 level or the 75 level, to look for a potential long, or displacements through those levels with clear bearish fair value gap overlapping the levels, and then clear rebalance and rejection to potentially move lower. That's what I'm doing. So you know what, let me put it like this. And then extend lines right. Okay. So that I can actually see the price level. Okay. And this was actually here. .100 M1 candle, like if it's a normal breakfast. I think we need to get used to the fact that it is a normal breakfast. Really. I really think we need to get used to this. Knowledge seeker 4,000 maybe. Yeah, who knows? Guys, I have a question. As you know, I've started doing the live streams only Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. No more live stream on Monday and no more live stream on Friday. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? The reason why I'm asking, it's because I've noticed that the live stream real-time viewers are dropping whenever I have such a big gap in between Thursday's live stream and then Tuesday's live stream. But only from this perspective, right? I'm noticing like a not very pleasant change on this side. However, definitely the best setups usually occur in the middle of the week, at the middle of the week. So if you just exclude the beginning of, and the end of the week, like the beginning of the week, Monday, just because it's, I don't know, many times I feel it's no man's land, so better just stay out. And then Fridays, many times, because if you get a nice win on Tuesday and another one on Wednesday, and who knows, preferably on Thursday as well, or I don't know, if you just enter Friday with a good amount of profit, might end up being too confident. Like overconfidence could do me dirty, and then I might end up lose some of the profit that I've made on a Friday, and then I'm thinking, why the fuck did I just not start my week earlier? Because that's the point, right, of trading. Start your weekend, not your week, start your weekend earlier. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Do you feel like I should do the live streams Monday to Friday, or Tuesday to Friday, or Monday to Thursday? Okay, let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. What is best? Live streaming occurrence. So we've got Monday to Friday, then we've got Tuesday to Friday, or we've got Monday to Thursday, or we've got Tuesday to Friday current. Come on, let's see what you guys feel. Tuesday to Thursday, except on non-farm payroll. Okay. Yeah, I guess you have a point there, especially because, you know, other high impact news days that are not NFP days that are also very important, like CPI and PPI, usually happen in the middle of the week. And also FOMC usually happens in the middle of the week, so I guess that makes sense. Let's check the daily chart. So if I'm looking at the daily, I can clearly see that price has little to no intention to respect this bullish FVG over here. Okay, so let's just mark that. And this is the BTC daily. And I know it's a BTC because it's blue. Okay, so that's a daily bullish FVG. And then the next area where things could get interesting, as in how should I say? As in likely drawn liquidity is going to be here. Closing price of this bearish candle. And maybe a push through this candle's close. So D candle close, fat daily candle. And then we have daily bear candle. There was a time when this was the only way I would determine bias. I would look on the 4-hour chart, and for example, if I'd see, let's say, a bullish candle, and then I'd see a bearish candle, and then I'd see another bullish candle going higher, I would mark the open of that bearish candle that price closed above, and then I would wait for a pullback and then look for signs of bullishness. There was a time when this was the only way I would determine higher time frame bias, and it was only on the 4-hour. And I have a lot of videos on my Instagram where I used this way of determining the higher time frame bias, but they're really, really old, like really old, years old. Now a pullback up inside this bearish FVG here on the 15-minute would be nice. But then if that occurs, it means that we're turning this bearish FVG into a unicorn long. Well, not necessarily, unless price would close strongly above this swing high and would also create a BTC in doing that. But if that wouldn't be the case, just a pullback and then an immediate rejection. But looking at how weak both pairs are, like I said, I don't think they can make such a big pullback. Also, the blue shaded area over here is the bearish FVG on the daily chart. And you can see what a nice overlap we have with this bearish FVG here, 945 on the 5-minute chart. And a type of divergence that nobody really uses, I forgot how it's called, I have it written on my phone, is the type of divergence when you don't really look at highs and lows for that divergence, but you basically look at the PD arrays inside which one of the pair reaches and then the other pair doesn't reach. Like for example, this bearish FVG here, right? 945 bearish FVG, like that 945 candle on the 5-minute chart on both pairs, silver and gold, displays a bearish fair value gap. On gold, price did tap in that area, however on silver it did not. And that's, I forgot how it's called, that type of SMT. It's called somehow. So clearly this microcycle we're in right here that started at 9, it's gonna end at 10:30. So that's Q3. The 90-minute Q3. And the mini is definitely AM. D X. Now the question is, what is X gonna do? Is it gonna continue or is it gonna reverse? If you're asking me, considering that reversal usually happens after price reached an old liquidity area, and right now price seems to be moving in the opposite direction. So in other words, we moved under an old swing low where we know we find sell side liquidity. Right now, a reversal would make more sense for the micro quarter we're in right now, the 4th micro quarter. So that means long would make a lot of sense right now. By the way, you guys, did not take this trade. that it would make more sense from this perspective, from this point of view. With relatively equal highs here at 42, 25, 50. But this is not a trade I took. If you look to the left side of the chart, you'll see, I mean, yeah, it's good. We have SMT, we had a nice push higher that created a BC. However, if you look to the left side over here on this piece of price action, there was no bearish FVG that was inverted that we could use as a basis for the unicorn. And if you look at silver right now, silver created a lower low here, and then it rejected, okay? It rejected with the 10-10 candle. At the same time with the 10-10 candle, gold rejected from this bullish FVG, inside which it created a higher low. So we have the SMT, where gold created the FVG, and then it rebalances the FVG and goes higher. So gold creates a higher low, and then silver creates a lower low, but then a rejection followed by a rejection. Okay, so from a logical standpoint, this is strength on the side of gold, and this would be liquidity sweep on the side of silver, both indicating a potential long, a potential move higher. Okay, however, if you look at silver, like, okay, the 10-10 candle did reject. However, it's not really holding the idea of rejection and going further upside, you see? Which means that it's just rejecting, but not really. So if, let's say, I would have taken this trade, seeing that silver, instead of continuing the rejection and moving higher, it's actually just meandering around, and right now it's creating a new low, that would be a good indication that you can take some of the trade off. Save yourself some money. Like, take a partial loss, if you want to call it like that. So that would be really clear indication that the rejection is not really rejecting. Also, look at this candle that just closed, 1018, how it's inversing the BISI, the 1004 BISI that price previously respected and rejected from. However, also you have to ask yourself every time this occurs, this type of setup occurs, like this, okay, and you just go long because you're saying, okay, so I have SMT diverge, price reached at a sell side area, and it's rejecting by creating a bullish FVG. It's rebalancing that FVG at the same time with gold creating a higher low, silver's creating a lower low, and then both are rejecting upwards. So if you're looking to go long here, based on this fact, which would not be wrong, there would be absolutely no reason why price on gold would still want to continue to move higher in your favor and would hesitate in breaking this high here. So think about it like this. Price created a break a retest, but then it's not following through. So it's like you have a level, okay? Then you have a break, a retest, but then there's no follow through. So then what does it mean? Well, it means that the induced strength here, which creates higher highs and higher lows, is not really holding, you know? And you can actually manage your trade, because remember what I say all the time. Managing your trade doesn't only mean, trading doesn't only mean taking a trade. It also means managing your trade. Yeah, it also means managing your trade. Dear Lord, what just happened? Look at this, that 25 level here. See? Yeah. London Bridge is falling down. All right, and right now, price reached somewhere. Daily busy. But again, you'll see that it has little to no intention to reject from it yet. We might see some intention, once price reaches a little lower into the 75 level, if that pullback we marked a little earlier on the 1 hour chart. And that's also touching the, yeah, oh my God, absolutely insane. Also touching that close price level of the daily candle on October 13, which is this level here. We'll see. Because you can also see like how those price levels, 25%, also the 0%, right? And right now, 50%, 50%, we'll see. But 25% here was absolutely crazy. So definitely the X here was rather a continuation. First started to look as a reversal. So we're talking about this 10:08 all the way to 10:30 micro quarter, Q4, micro Q4. Started off as a potential reversal, and then it ended up being a continuation down with 10:18 CB being created, and then a nice, just like the kiss of death, and then moving lower from that.
Reflections of the clouds above, the sound of rain along the pond. The grass that grows beneath my feet, I close my eyes, the hum of bees. I plucked a flower, violet green, lily of the valley on my knees. All the things I left behind, save this little place in my mind. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon.
Oh my God.
Dandelions, rustling leaves,
Look at this flip zone.
in my childhood dreams.
Over here.
You're as delicate as a leaf. You don't know what you mean to me.
Look at that, you guys. So on the 1 hour,
I don't wanna lose you.
the 1 p.m. swing low on Friday.
It's too soon.
And the small little attempt to make everyone go long that happened a little earlier here
It's too
was actually just a tap of that. Okay, so let's see where that AMDX profile occurred. Because I have a hunch that it's not really clear for everyone. So I just want to make it clear. So we're looking at the slices of time that are comprised by these 4 little rectangles that you see here at the bottom of my chart. We're looking at the upper ones, not the bottom ones, not the long green one, not the big pink, green, blue one, not the big ones, the middle ones. But then we're looking at the upper ones, gray, pink, green, and blue. So we've got from 9 a.m. all the way to 9:23, or would be 9:22 and 30 seconds, but whatever. We'd have the accumulation, okay? A price area or a slice of time where price simply just consolidates. And let me just remove this. Okay, where price only just consolidates, meaning it doesn't really create higher highs, higher lows. As you can see, it's just creating tops and bottoms, which are pretty much equal. Then from 9:23 to 9:45, which is Q2, the mini pink one, we've got the manipulation. Okay, so that means here and here. Okay, the manipulation. Hold on. Let me make it fit more. Then Q3, the mini green one, 9:45 all the way to 10:08. We've got the, like, it's pretty obvious how the manipulation occurred. Strong move upside, sweeping the buy side, accumulated in the accumulation mini phase, and move lower, okay? With momentum. So then we have from 9:45 till 10:08 the distribution phase, which looks like this, which was exactly the entry and the exit of the trade. Not necessarily the exit, because I exited around here at 9:48. And then the last mini quarter, last blue rectangle here from 10:08 to 10:30, which is X, either reversal, either continuation. Started off as a possible reversal with a rejection from that BC that was created at 10:04, and then ended up with continuing to move lower. Oh, come on, just fixate yourself here. And that would be it, like this, okay? And I'll just remove all the other rectangles so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, like this, okay? Accumulation, manipulation higher, and then push to the downside after sweeping the accumulation area. Distribution, displacing below the accumulation area and below the beginning of the manipulation. And then Q4 starting off with what seemed to look as a reversal, but then ending up being a continuation move down. And now let me just bring all my rectangles here on the chart. Yeah, so you see it's getting, like, it's really close to the open of that daily candle. Here it is. I'm not sure if I should have used the trend line. Let me just use one of these lines, a horizontal ray, because then we can see the title, that daily candle close. Ooh, here it is, so close to it. And it's probably gonna reach there eventually. Then I'd also be mindful of a deeper pullback. Shorting right now when there is such a big momentum to the downside and there is little to no pullback higher, because you see we had this displacement lower and then no pullback, then displacement lower, then no pullback, displacement lower, no pullback, and right now it seems to be displacing lower. Question is, how can you re-enter? How can we re-enter? And the answer is wait for price to tap into a bearish order block. Opening price of a bullish candle that was then turned into a bearish order block. In other words, open price of a candle that was bullish and that price later on closed under that bearish candle, either into the open of that or the low. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. Thank you for being here. Don't remember to hit the like button, subscribe, whatever, you know what to do. And yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow.